This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. Kirksville Economic Development Incorporated, or KREDI, has been working to bring more business opportunities to our area since the early 2000s. So what exactly does it take to get a new business to set up shop in Kirksville? Well, we have KREDI Executive Director Carolyn Chrisman here this morning to walk us through the process. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
So first of all, walk us through the process of what you guys do when you follow through on a lead.
Sure. So we receive leads from several places. Probably one of the biggest places is the state of Missouri. And they are usually contacted by either a company directly who is looking at locating or relocating to the state of Missouri, or they are contacted by a site selector, a professional who goes out and looks for places to for the company to locate. And so what happens is that my office receives an email from the state, and we usually have 3 to 5 days to respond. And so a lot of times if a company wants an existing building, they want a lot of information on that building. They want the square footage. You know, most people want a 50,000 to 100,000 square foot building. They want to know what the ceiling height is. They want to know how many acres it's on. They want to know what utilities, can they have 3-phase power there? What is the water capacity, the wastewater capacity? Is there natural gas available? And a lot of times you have to plot all of this out on a map showing where the location is. Almost all companies now want to be adjacent to a 4-lane highway. And so a lot of times they want the exterior photos of the building, the interior photos of the building. They want overhead views of the building. And so all of this information has to be gathered and then sent to the state within the time frame. And then some companies also want demographic information. They might need a certain skill set for whatever jobs that they have that they want to bring to the area. And so we have to provide that information as well. And so we send that in, and then we get put on a list. It might be months before we hear back. If we get a site visit, it could be a couple of weeks. And so we then get added to a short list again. And then that short list usually wants more information. And this is where the state, the site selectors are looking for any reason whatsoever to eliminate us from the running. And so they want demographic information again, or they want more detailed information on the supply chain, who's within 100 miles of the area, and all kinds of information. And then if we actually get a site visit, we're a good 6 months into the process. So
wow.
It's really a long, drawn-out process that there's a lot of information due up front, and then it's kind of a waiting game.
Right. Now, are there certain types of businesses that you guys look for to relocate or to start brand new in Kirksville, or is it anybody?
Well, we will not look at any sector.
Right.
I mean, if a lead comes to us and we think it's going to fit our area and we have what it takes, we're going to respond. But really what KREDI is charged is definitely looking at manufacturing, and then your technology, agriculture, healthcare, and education related entities is what we really try to focus our attraction efforts on.
Right, okay. And then what does KREDI do to make Kirksville marketable to these potential businesses?
Well, you know, it's all about cost of doing business. That's what's going to draw companies to Kirksville is, can their cost of doing business be more competitive in Kirksville than anywhere else? And so a lot of times that is what makes us competitive is that we have an excellent quality of water and a good supply of it. We have great wastewater capacity. We've got a good labor force. We're business friendly, good tax climate. Some of the things that sometimes eliminate us is that we're limited on the modes of transportation that we have. We also are limited, we don't have a lot of empty buildings sitting around. And so companies that are just looking for existing buildings, we lose out on. But with the addition of the land that we just purchased in the industrial park, at least we do have greenfield sites available for companies, and that also makes us more competitive.
Which is a catch-22 when you say that we don't have a lot of vacant buildings, which is good, but at the same time, it's not good when there's a business looking for that building.
Correct.
So
yeah, it's a difficult position to be in, and a lot of times we've offered a build-to-suit option that we promise a company, if we submit a lead, that we could build whatever type of building they need within a certain time frame, and to try to combat that. Because you're right, it's a blessing and a curse that you don't have an empty building, but you know, we have to we don't make excuses. We just work with what we have and try to do our best.
Perfect. And again, when does KREDI meet again? Every month?
Yes, we have monthly board meetings that are open to the public. Usually it's the second Tuesday of the month. But in June, it's going to be the third Tuesday.
Okay.
And so if anyone has questions, they can call our office.
Yeah, and you also encourage people to attend those open board meetings.
Absolutely, yeah. They're fully open to the public. If people have questions, want to know what's going on, that's a great way to do it.
Okay, perfect. Well, what we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com. We'll also link up your website information if they have any questions or concerns. So thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.